Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me situate this real quick. Y'all know I don't be on live like that every night, so I don't really know. Okay, folks, we got a breaking news story. But Skip Bayless has officially announced today that he is going to be leaving Undisputed. So we want to get into that right now. That's exactly what we want to get into right now. Let me just send out these notifications. Let me see that. Somebody said tisk, tisk, tisk. Let me just send this out. All right. Okay, let me see. Let me just send this out real quick. Let's give it like another minute or so, minute and a half. We're going to let everybody catch up to the live, and we're going to get into this one. Let me just see this. All right, here. Just to be on the safe side. Okay. Max the Undisputed. Somebody said, bye-bye, Skip. Okay, let me get these news publications ready for y'all. Let me see. I got that right there. Let's go. We're going to give it like another minute or so. Let me just see this. Let me see. All right. All right. Let's give it like another minute. Also, make sure y'all check in and let me know where y'all are coming in from. Shout out to Serbia. I see Serbia out there. Make sure y'all check in. Let's give it like another minute and a half or so that we're going to get into this live right here, man. We're not going to be on here too long, but I can't wait to get into it. Shout out to St. Lucia, New Orleans in the building. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Arizona, Christopher in New Jersey. Shout out to Houston, of course. Boston in the house. We got South Sudan in the house. Hope I'm not being trolled on that one. Shout out to LA, Charlotte, New Jersey, Texas in the building, Silver Spring, Maryland, the hometown in the building, Antigua in the building, Vegas. Where else we got? Toronto. Shout out to Austin, Texas. That's what's up. Baton Rouge. Shout out to Baton Rouge. For real, for real. Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to ATL. Let's give it like another 30 seconds and we're going to get into this live. Shout out to Cleveland, Tennessee, the Mister in England, El Monte, the Bandit. Where else we got? Dayton, Ohio, Young, Vadar, I see you. J. Lowe, New Hampshire, I see you. San Diego, Williams, I see you, Williams. Who else we got? JH. What else we got? Ellie, shout out to you in Chicago. Somebody said, she said, see you, Skip. What else we got? H-Town in the building. Godfather, shout out to Atlanta. Let's give it 30 more seconds. We're gonna get into this live. Let me just welcome everybody in. Shout out to Douglas in Colorado. Well, who else we got up in here? Shout out to Jamaica, Brazil. I see you. Okay, ATL. All right, Rhode Island. I see you. Pompeii, Fight Nation. I see you. Keymaster, Boston in the building. Shout out to Boston, Nicaragua, West Chicago, Guinea, Minneapolis. Unite. Shout out to you in H-Town. Okay. All right, so let's get into this news here, right? And I want to go straight to Skip Bayless's Twitter account so I can start putting up these tweets for you guys to see it. So let me see if I can get this tweet, and I'm gonna share it right here in the comments for you guys to share. Shout out to DC Zeno Omega. Shout out to you, man, longtime supporter. So Skip says, today was my last show on Undisputed. I'm leaving FS1. I've been planning to pursue other opportunities for several months. I had a great 8-year run with a lot of great people at Fox, but now I'm excited for what's coming up. Stay tuned. That was the first tweet he put out. Then he put out another tweet on his page, and this one is dedicated, I think, to his wife and his dog. He goes, Ernestine and Hazel surprised me with the congratulation balloons when I returned from my last Undisputed. Can't wait to see what's next. Here we go. So I'm going to share that tweet for you guys here. Let me pin that in the comments section. For the new people coming in, Skip Bayless is officially leaving Undisputed. He just put out a tweet a few hours ago, about 3-4 hours ago. The tweet read, today was my last day on Undisputed. I'm leaving FS1. I've been planning to pursue other opportunities for several months. I had a great 8-year run with a lot of great people at Fox, but now I'm excited for what's coming up. Stay tuned. And I also want to go back to his page to see if I missed anything else. He posted that. Yeah, so that's what he put out there. He just published that 4 hours ago. And then we got some other news websites. USA Today, it says, I'm going to share this article with you guys here in case y'all didn't see this or you want to read it later. Shout out to the UK. Let me share that with you guys over there. So USA Today says Skip Bayless shocks everyone by revealing this Friday was his final Undisputed show with FS1. He then goes on to say, the article then goes on to say, we knew this much. There was a report last month that Skip Bayless would be leaving FS1 Undisputed, the show he co-hosted for 8 years. What we didn't know was was when exactly it would happen, but now we do. Thanks to a post on X from Bayless, we know that this past Friday, was his last show and that he was leaving FS1. He said, I've been planning to pursue other opportunities. So you guys can see that there. So that's the official news from Skip Bayless. You heard it from the horse's mouth himself that Skip Bayless apparently is done on Undisputed. Skip Bayless is done. No more Skip Bayless. He had an 8-year run, and now it is finally over. Skip Bayless is gone. What does all of this mean? Right? What does all of this mean? Personally, I think that it was something that we all saw coming. I don't think anyone is surprised by the fact that Skip Bayless is leaving Undisputed. I don't think anyone is surprised by that if you look at the ratings, right? If you look at the ratings, we can kind of see that this thing was heading in that direction. So there's no big shocker there. The shocker, however, is how quickly it happened, especially after Shannon Sharpe left. Shannon Sharpe left Undisputed just over a year ago. And a year later, it's over. Think about that for a second. Shannon Sharpe left when? He left, what year? Shannon Sharpe left 2023, right? Shannon Sharpe left 2023 after the NBA Finals. The very last game, or the day after the NBA Finals, it was 2023. Was never a fan, but he was entertained and respected Skip. Shout out to Tupac Westside. Appreciate the super chat. It was 2023 after the NBA Finals. The following day, he left. Then we started hearing throughout the summer that Skip Bayless was going to go back to his original format on ESPN First Take. We're bringing in a rotating panel. Then we started hearing names like Richard Sherman. We started hearing names like Rachel Nichols and all of these different people. And I was one of the people that thought, man, Skip might be able to pull this thing off. It's looking exciting. And then right before the show is about to start to kick off NFL season, we then hear Shannon Sharpe announce, I think Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharpe, one of them, or ESPN announced that Shannon Sharpe is going to be going to First Take. And then I thought that it was going to be this big boost with the new energy and the new vibes that they got coming in with the new people. And it was the total opposite. And if I'm being honest with you, I think Skip Bayless was surprised as well. I also think the people at FS1 were surprised. I don't think they realize how much of a role Shannon Sharpe played on that show's success. Because he only made it 1 year. A year later, he was gone, which is crazy to me. And Shannon, on the other hand, is bigger than he ever was, which is crazy how that happens. What do I think about Skip Bayless's career? Ever since the news came out, I know a lot of people are not fans of Skip Bayless. I've been reading some of the comments. I've been watching other creators. A lot of people are not fans of Skip Bayless. I think a lot of people felt like Skip's act started to get old and redundant and repetitive. The constant thing of attack LeBron, then talk about Tom Brady, and then talk about the Cowboys, rinse and repeat. Attack LeBron, talk about Tom Brady, talk about the Cowboys, and then talk about the Lakers. I think after a while, People got tired of that. But that was something they were doing while Shannon Sharpe was on the show. But Shannon was able to make the thing interesting. But after Shannon left, I guess everybody saw the show for what it was. The topics were boring. They were repetitive. The second thing I think that killed the show is the following. I think that FS1 made a mistake. After Shannon left, I think they wanted Skip Bayless to kind of clean up his image, because during that fallout with him and Shannon, Skip was being viewed as a dirtbag, especially for the things he was saying about the things he said about Shannon Sharpe on TV. A lot of people thought that Skip crossed the line and he was a dirtbag. So I think the network said, you need to tone it down. You need to be less abrasive. And I think in them doing that, I think they took something away from him, because I don't think Skip Bayless can be the neutered, watered down Skip Bayless. I don't think that's how he works. I think Skip needs to be abrasive. He needs to be in your face. And to a certain extent, he needs to troll you. He needs to be angry. He needs to be slamming on the desk talking about it's my turn. We got none of that. None of that. Instead, what Skip ended up turning into is basically a moderator on his own show. He became a moderator on his own show. Let me read this super chat. Shout out to David Joseph. He said, and Skip had been crossing the line with his bullying on Undisputed. He bullied Joy Taylor, Jenny Taft, and Shannon Sharpe. It caught up to him. That's a very good point. That is a very, very, I don't know about the Joy Taylor. I do remember Jenny Taft. That one I do remember. I remember that segment. I think Skip and Shannon were talking about, I forgot the athlete, but they were talking about the person's physical appearance. And they were talking about the person's weight. I think they were saying he's overweight or he's fat or something like that. And Jenny Taft didn't like that, right? She didn't like that. And she voiced her disagreement on air, live air. And if you know anything about Skip Bayless, that's a no-no. You don't try to show up Skip Bayless on his own show. And after that, she was gone. We never saw her again. I remember that segment. So thank you for bringing that up. I remember that. He also did disrespect Shannon Sharpe. There are no two ways about it. I think when Skip said what he said to Shannon Sharpe on live TV, Shannon Sharpe was blindsided. I don't think Shannon knew that Skip was capable of doing that to him on television. I used to talk about this and people used to laugh at me. For the news, for our old subscribers that are watching this live right now, for the old subscribers that have been with us for the last 3 to 4 years, I want you guys to type a 1 in the comment section if y'all remember me saying this. Do y'all remember when I used to say I felt like there was this weird energy between Skip and Shannon, where every day Shannon used to try to dap up Skip Bayless, and Skip Bayless would be to reluctantly reach across the table? And I said, that's a little bit strange. Skip was always reluctant to dap him up. And some people like, no, you're reading too much into it. You're reading too much into it. And I noticed that Shannon was the one that always used to reach across and greet him. Some people may see that as nothing. To me, that's everything. It's the little things. Shannon would always try to extend the rate. And people are like, nah, man, you're reading too much into it. It's too much. You read too much into it. It's not a big deal. They used to get into some arguments. Some people are like, nah, it's entertainment. It's just fun. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I think in that moment, when he disrespected Shannon, Shannon realized the reason why he never used to reach across the table with him, because Skip, I think Shannon realized in that moment that Skip is not his friend. They are workplace acquaintances. And I think Shannon thought they were friends. There were times where they would joke about, oh, I call Skip. Skip never answers his phone. He never returns my phone call. Or Skip never invites me over to his place or whatever. They laugh about it, but that says a lot. You work with somebody for what, 6 years? 6 years? And you never even been to this person's house? Not even like, yo, man, we doing something this weekend. You want to come over, man? You can pass by. You never been to this person's house? To me, that says something. I mean, if you're my partner, like, that's a little bit weird to me, but that's just me. That's just me. But I kind of had a feeling it was coming. I had a feeling that it was coming. And now Skip talks about he has something coming up for the new people coming in. I want to read what Skip Bayless just tweeted. I'm going to pin it in the comment section for you guys here, for you guys to take a look at the tweets. He said, "Today was my last show on Undisputed. I'm leaving FS1. I've been planning to pursue other opportunities for several months." Pay attention to that. For several months. I had a great 8-year run with a lot of great people at Fox, but now I'm excited for what's coming up. Stay tuned. And then Skip did something which is kind of Skip Baylessy, and I'm gonna see if I can share this tweet with you guys here. I want you guys to, I don't know if you guys can see the tweet, but I'll read it for you. Here go the tweet. Skip Bayless says, "Ernestine and Hazel surprised me with the quote unquote congratulations balloons." The fact that Skip put that in quotes, I don't think Skip was happy about the fact that that happened. Obviously, nobody gets happy about being fired, but I don't think Skip was celebrating it that way. And the irony is, Skip left Undisputed in a similar way Shannon did. He left without his volition. They essentially pushed him out of the door. Shannon got pushed out of the door by the executives at Fox because I believe after that spat that took place on the Lakers court against the Memphis Grizzlies, I think that was the final straw. So they pushed him out the door. And then Skip, ironically, 1 year later, he gets pushed out of the door. Now, let's talk about two things. First of all, where could Skip possibly go? And what could be his possible replacements? Let's talk about where Skip could possibly go. Well, we know where Skip is not going, and that is ESPN First Take. Stephen A. Smith, about 2 weeks ago, came out and said that he has absolutely zero interest of ever reuniting with Skip Bayless on ESPN First Take. Somebody said SNL. He said he wants no, somebody said PBS Sesame Street. He said PBS Sesame Street. He said that he wants nothing to do with Skip Bayless in a very kind way. He said he doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want to, somebody said put Skip on TNT. He doesn't want to reunite with him. Nothing like that, right? So I don't see Skip Bayless going to ESPN First Take. I don't see that. Could he go to another show on ESPN? I think Skip would need to be on a debate show. And I don't know of that many debate shows on ESPN. I don't know. Or maybe something miraculous could happen and ESPN could give him his own show. I don't know. That's one thing. Another possibility is that he goes independent, fully independent. The only challenge with that is we've seen Skip independent for the past, 2 years, and it seems like nobody watches his show. The Skip Bayless show, nobody watches, which is crazy to me. In my opinion, Skip is misunderstood. Shannon left, lack of a strong person across. Instead, moderator bringing 3 other to help him didn't work. That was clear. Stephen A. Smith always says, "You're not going to come and talk to me like that." Yeah, I think the new format didn't work, obviously. And I don't think the cast of characters, the people that they had alongside Skip Bayless, I don't think that worked either. I didn't think Skip Bayless and Keyshawn Johnson had a chemistry. I don't think so. I don't think him and Paul Pierce had chemistry. Not really. I don't think him and Rachel Nichols. In fact, Rachel Nichols just came on there momentarily to say 1 or 2 things and then leave. So they didn't really, I didn't think they picked a good cast for him, right? I didn't think they picked a good cast. That's the first thing. And the second thing, they turned him into the moderator. And I remember that first episode when Skip was trying to talk and he said, "I can barely get a word in on my own show." I didn't forget that one. I didn't forget that one either. So to me, that show is dry. I don't think it's fun to watch anymore. And now we got to think about who could be the possible replacement. I've been saying that I think that hey, appreciate that, Sean's appreciate that. I think that what is it? Max Kellerman should be a possible replacement. I think Max Kellerman would be a fantastic replacement for Skip Bayless. Number one, he's younger. He has more energy. He can go back and forth with Keyshawn. I think he can talk circles around Keyshawn Johnson and the rest of them. He's done a similar show like this on ESPN First Take. ESPN First Take. So he has the pedigree. He's witty enough. He's a household name. And I think that if Max reemerged on that show, it would bring a serious boost to their ratings. Because a lot of people have been wondering, where's Max Kellerman? Where's Max Kellerman? Where is he at? And then all of a sudden, if you see Max Kellerman pop up on FS1, you'd be like, damn. And then there's going to be this excitement. So to me, I think that I think Max would be a good replacement. I can't really think of anybody else that's a free agent. I can't really think of anybody else. I can't really think of anyone. I don't think Stephen A. Smith is going to leave ESPN. As a matter of fact, he came back on the show today. I hadn't seen him for weeks. I think he was going through some contract negotiations. So who knows? Maybe he got a new extension. Who knows what's going on with that? But I definitely think that they would probably need to replace him with Max. Now, where could I see Skip working? I think Skip thrives with controversy. I think he thrives with controversy, right? So he would need to be in an environment where he could clash heads with people. That's the only way it seems like Skip can do sports. So who would he possibly clash with? Charles Barkley? Well, I think they would literally clash, like physically clash. I think Charles Barkley would probably try to assault Skip Bayless on live TV. I don't know how that's going to work. Right? Or who knows? Maybe Amazon is going to give him a show. We don't know. Amazon Prime, maybe they can give him a show. Who knows? I'm sure he's well connected. So one would have to wait and see. But for the new people coming in, Skip Bayless has officially announced that he's leaving FS1. And that's it. I don't think he's going to retire. I think Skip is going to do sports media until he can't anymore. So that's the news, y'all. Just wanted to share with you guys. Once again, appreciate you guys for being a part of the live, man. And hopefully we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with Skip. Appreciate you guys, and hope you guys have a great weekend. And we catch y'all tomorrow. Somebody said Skip and Jim Rome. Nah, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, I don't know. I guess we have to wait and see. Appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good one. God bless.